I'm Nikita H. Welcome to Code to Create channel. Before getting into the video, if you have not already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Please do watch the video till the end, and if you liked it, please like it and share it with your friends. Friends, if you have any comments, please do comment below in the box. Let's go for it. In this video, we're basically going to see how to predict the New York taxi price prediction. You basically see how to predict the taxi price in New York City. First, we'll import pandas. What we're going to do first is we're going to import pandas for reading the file. I'm going to say df is equal to pd.read underscore csv. And let me just show you the Excel file. So this is the taxi fare. And this is the New York City taxi fare. So I have read this file in the form of CSV, and then what I did was I'm gonna say df.head, and I'm gonna read the first five ones of the taxi fare. So you can see the pickup date time, the pickup time, the amount, the fare, the taxi price amount, the class of the taxi, pickup longitude, latitude, the drop off, latitude and longitude, and passenger count. And then we're gonna take the shape of it. We have a lot of data. We have 1,20,000 rows and 8 columns. And this is the information about the data. You can see pickup date time, fare amount, fare class, pickup longitude, pickup latitude, drop of longitude, drop of latitude, passenger count. And then we are importing the date time for the pickup date time. This is basically about the pickup date time, so this is all about the pickup date time. We're converting this into a date, that's all it says. And then we're gonna say that this is equal to hours. df pickup time is equal to pd dot to date time. Pickup date time minus date time dot time delta hour is equal to 4. And then we have the information over here. You can see pickup date time, fare amount, fare class, and the head of it. And here is equal to the pickup dot month, the pickup date times whole month's one. You can see here the center values here. I mean, the value is hidden also. So here what we're going to do is we're going to say df is equal to df pickup date time dot year. This month we are going to say it's equal to month. Day we are going to say it's equal to day. Hours is equal to day. Hours. Minutes is equal to minute. And then the head we got. This we are going to import numpy, and then we're going to say df dot mornight is equal to np dot where hours is smaller than 12, 0, 1. And then this is the head of it. Here we are going to completely drop the pickup date time. You can see now you don't have the pickup date time anymore. And then we're going to say df, we're going to get the fare class unique ones. You can see only we have zeros and ones. So you can see here array 0 and 1, data type is equal to integer 64. And here we are going to import from sklearn.metrics. We're going to import hardware sign distances. This is the distance. So this is the distance of New Delhi, and this is the distance of Bangalore. Then we're going to say New Delhi in radians is equal to radians for in New Delhi. That's all. The same for the Bangalore. We're going to say result, the end result is equal to distance of New Delhi and Bangalore. And then we're going to do results into 6,371. You're going to get that results. And this we're going to say is we're going to np dot radians drop of latitude minus pickup latitude, the distance, to know the distance. And then this is a function, we say def horizon. We're going to calculate this great circle distance between 2 points. This is basically calculating the distance between latitude 1 and latitude, this is the value latitude 1. I'm going to say latitude 1 is equal to np dot radians of pickup latitude, and latitude 2 is equal to drop off latitude. Now data latitude is equal to np dot radians drop off minus pickup. We're going to say drop off latitude minus pickup latitude is equal to data latitude. Now data longitude is equal to drop off longitude minus pickup longitude. Now we're going to say a, this is just a variable, a np dot sin. We're going to say this data latitude divided by 2 multiplied, meaning the square by 2. Like we're going to say data latitude divided by 2, the square of, okay, we can just say like data latitude divided by 2 whole power 2 plus the np dot cos latitude 1 into np dot cos latitude 2 into np dot sin data longitude divided by 2 whole to the power of 2. And c, this is another variable. This is just the way this is just the formulas for calculating the distance. C, this is another variable. We're going to say c is equal to 2 into np arctan. This is just arctan. It's just a kind of, like delta and all those things. Into np dot square root of a and np dot square root of 1 minus a. And then we're going to say r is equal to 6371, and then we're going to say return c into r. This variable into this variable. This one into this one. And then we're going to say df dot total distance. The total distance is equal to the Haversine. We have a feature called as total distance. That is equal to the Haversine, this function. That is equal to this function. And then we got the head over here. We are going to drop off the pickup longitude, pickup latitude, drop off longitude, drop off latitude completely. Now you can see the head over here. Fare amount, fare class, passenger count, year, month, day, hours, minute, morning, total distance. You got the total distance. Because you got the total distance, we are deleting this pickup longitude, pickup latitude and all. And then we are going to import JSON. We are going to store the record in JSON format. And then we are going to install this. You can either put up this line, or what you can do is you can open Anaconda. You can come to your terminal and put Anaconda prompt. Just wait for 5 minutes. And then you're going to say import PyMongo. We're going to import it after the download. We're going to say client is equal to pymongo.mongo client. You're going to get this MongoDB. And you have the link of this here. And call is equal to db.writes. This variable call is equal to db and the writes of it. These are the records. It have a lot many records. Let me just make it small. Yeah, so it's here. This is a big, okay, just a minute. Yeah, this is just a big data. And then I'm gonna say insert the records. You can see call.insert my records, many records. And then you get the head over here. You guys can see it's so reduced. That's it, is the head. And then you're gonna save it to finaldata.cv. And then you're gonna ilog the x and y. From sklearn, you're gonna import the extra tree regressor. And you're gonna import matplotlib. And then we're going to say model is equal to extra tree regressor and model.fit x comma y. We're going to fit this x and y. Later we're going to say feat importances. Then we're going to say feat importance is equal to pd.series model.feature underscore. This is just about the features, how you're going to put them in. This is just for the bar, for showing the bar up. This one, feat underscore importances dot enlarge 7 plot a bar. The kind is bar h. And then this is the head. You can see this head, we have the fare amount and fare passenger count. You don't have the fare amount here because we removed it. And then we're going to say y dot head. This is the head of y. And then we are going to import train test split, and then we are going to say is equal to, we're going to say train x test y test is equal to train underscore. We're just going to say that we're going to split this up, and then we're going to import XGBoost. If you have not already installed XGBoost, what you can do is you're going to say pip install XGBoost. For me, requirement is already satisfied. If something is wrong during my downloads, it's gonna like download how it did for the PyMango. And then we're gonna say after the import XGBoost, you're gonna say regressor is equal to XGBoost.xgbBoost regressor. And then you're gonna fit the X train and Y train. And then you're gonna say Y predict is equal to predict the X test. We're gonna predict the X test over here. And then you imported matplotlib, and we have plotted a image. This is just a graph kind. This is another for the X test and Y predict. You can see X test and Y predict, and this is equal to the and first, before doing all these things, you have to import the metrics. This was the main one, as we saw a large amount of data. That was the main one that we needed. And then you had to fit this. This was the main. This one, the predicting one, is the main. Yeah, and here we have imported the sklearn.metrics. We're going to import the metrics. And this is for the mean absolute error, the mean squared absolute error, R square, and the mean squared error, metrics.mean squared error, and everything is going to print out the values. And then we're going to say from sklearn.model underscore selection import, we're just going to import randomized search CV. And then we're going to say n estimators is equal to for x in np.linspace start is equal to 100, stop is equal to 1200, number is equal to 12, print n estimators. So these are all the n estimators, and then we're gonna set the n estimators here, and this is basically the number of trees in XGBoost. That means the number of the trees that we had to create, the decision tree that we had to take. And then we're going to take the random grid. We had to print out the random grid, and regressor is equal to XGBoost. That we had to initialize it again. And then we're going to say XG underscore random is equal to randomized search CV of the estimator. We're going to fit the X train and Y train into XG random. These are values that came. This is the output we had to get. And then this is the best params. And then we're going to say y predict is equal to xg underscore random dot predict x test. We're going to predict the x test that we did. This is just plotting this. We're going to print, as I told you guys. This is just repeating. And then we're going to say x train dot head. We got this. We are not going to have many things. We have deleted a lot of data. And then we're going to say x train dot head. This is the shape of the X train, and we have imported the required ones, Keras libraries, the TensorFlow.keras. If you have not installed this Keras and everything, you can just say pip install Keras. For me, it's already downloaded. And then pip install TensorFlow. It's done. Yeah, so these two you need, and you put the input layer as this, and the output, the hidden layers, the output layer, and this is to the compile. And remember, the epoch is equal to 20. This is the main output, the value you get over here. and this is just the graphs regarding them. And here you go, you print the matrix dot mean absolute error square, absolute error, mean absolute error, mean absolute squared error, mean squared error. And then you're gonna import teapot. If you have not installed, remember pip install teapot. It had shown me an error, I had to install it. And you say teapot is equal to teapot regressor, the generation is equal to 1, population size is equal to 10. This is just about all these things. We fit the X train and Y train into the teapot, and we score them up, and then we're gonna import pandas, numpy, and the sklearn and teapot. And we're gonna say teapot is equal to pd.read final data CSV. You remember we had saved it as final data CSV. And then we're gonna say features is equal to teapot.drop the fair amount. We dropped it. We just dropped. Not completely, but we're gonna say training feature, the comma testing features, comma training target. Testing target is equal to train test split features teapot data fair amount. We're gonna split the fair amount. And then these are the results. You don't know, I think, what the results are. This is the exported pipeline that we're gonna predict the testing features. We're gonna predict the test features. So basically we're gonna give the computer saying that this much, and when the computer says yes, I got it, we're gonna give a data that we know the result, and we're gonna give the computer the data. It'll have to predict. That's what is called as testing predict. And this is the training target. We just plotted few one, and this is the mean absolute error, mean squared error, and mean square error. And this is the main value. You can see you got value loss, mean absolute error, loss, and everything. So yeah, now you know how to predict the New York taxi price. That's great.